A tweet from Manche. He says that, "Hi, Mike, that's Obrafour. I'm disappointed at your actions. It would be good to tell the public the truth about this matter, or I'll be forced to lay out how you've never paid a dime for any of my works on your songs over the last 20 years. So this is his claim that he's not received anything from Obrafour.
But was he paid at the inception?
That's why he's saying that he's never received a dime. So we don't know if at the time when Hammer was probably, putting everything together, did he buy it from him? Was there some payments from Hammer of the last two? And was he expecting that maybe subsequently Obrafour would also pay him after the album went viral and was recording successes all around? Yeah. It's a very confusing situation.
Yeah,
and
really confusing.
Hammer, like you said, is the one that can really put this to rest and explain to us what really ensued at that time and what needs to be done. I don't know if Manche tried to reach out to them privately when this issue came out.
I want to believe so, because if you read the tweets from the very beginning to the last one he put sometime last night, you can sense some form of, I don't want to say anger, but some form of disappointment in the tweets, because even in one of the tweets where he agrees that Obrafour owns some rights, he says it is not solely his.
Okay.
So it appears he has reached out and there's been no fruitful response.
And I think if you go to Section 8 of our Copyright Act, it says the rights referred to in Section 5, of course, it talks about moral rights and, of course, the economic rights, which is in Section 5. It says the author of any protected copyright work has the exclusive economic rights in respect of work to do or authorize the doing of any of the following: the reproduction of the work in any manner or form. Okay, so it goes to translation, adaptation, public performance, etc. That's why I keep asking the question: if they didn't renounce the economic rights, if they didn't renounce the right to any sort of ownership, that is, I'm paid off and so I don't own it, and once the person is alive, I think that they can both be joint plaintiffs to this. So all this hue and cry, I think in matters of law, they can both be joint plaintiffs to the subject. So it's no matter at all.
It's not?
No. It shouldn't be any
matter. So then they should have come to an agreement to
Before,
now withdraw whatever petition or lawsuit and go as a team.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I'm saying that I'm not sure what led him to come out and tweet. Like you said, maybe he's tried to reach out to Obrafour's team and he didn't get any response, which is why he didn't have a choice than to go on social media. But beyond that, can they now sit down and agree that, okay, if really this is your intellectual property? Because if you look at the lawsuit that was filed, it says that Obrafour's team is claiming ownership of literally everything concerning that line. So they said they are managers, publishers, administrators, and distributors of the infringing work. So it's as if they're saying that everything that you have used on there belongs to us and nobody else. And that's where Manche probably has a problem with. They need to agree and then go again. Because people are even saying $10 million is too small. Now, if you go together as a team, you can probably, ask for more. Who knows? 30 million? You think they should have asked for 40 million?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure they considered a lot of factors before.
Yeah, and out there, the copyright infringement is such a big deal, unlike here in Ghana where we just talk about it and then we don't take any concrete action to test the law in court and stuff like that. So I'm particularly looking forward to this. They could demand more, actually.
All right. The point is that as far as the rates are concerned, they can go and amend.
Yes.
Yeah, they can.
And be joint be joint plaintiff. There's no matter no deal. And I think it will be settled eventually out of court, because usually the big artists like Drake, etc., they don't want all the wahala,
all the drama.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, you'd be surprised. I mean, a lot of the other cases, they were settled in court, and there was a verdict that was given. Because sometimes they also want the issue to go through the process. Exactly. So I'm sure that something will come out of it. But let's see how it goes.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see whether Robert Coleman, who is the chief executive for Wembley Sports Construction, will also be sponsoring an artist, and one day when there's a copyright infringement, I know Robert Coleman, he will sue you dread.
Robert, we have missed you. Good morning to you. We hope you're well.
Robert Coleman, if you infringe of his copyright, he happens to be a producer, he will sue you dread.
But
plenty of money.
This issue now also brings to the fore. Sorry,
you can leave.
I was hoping he could stay, but it's fine. It brings to the fore another issue concerning especially new artists and sometimes the contracts that they sign on to. And I'll never forget an interview that I had with Kaki at the time when she said she had given up on music and was traveling to the UK to pursue her interest in nursing. Now she's a nurse, a qualified nurse in the US or UK, one of them. And she says she has no interest in doing music anymore. Why? Because she signed a contract without someone going through the legal terms for her to really understand that she was signing her life and her talent away. So at the time when she wanted to break away from the music producer that had signed her on, I think it was Jam Master J at that time, she realized that she could not perform the song anywhere. She could not claim the song anywhere. Every money that
came... Did they sign off?
She signed off a contract, but she didn't know.
So
she admitted that it was a mistake that on hindsight, she wished she had not made. And so she was very excited about becoming popular and getting her talent, unearthed for the rest of the country and the world to see. So she was in a hurry to sign the contract. She went ahead and did that, and now she regrets it. And she's not the only one. I mean, there are also rumors, I don't know if that is really true, about probably the contracts that Links may have signed with another artist as well, Miss V, for example, which has also come to the attention of many people. So a lot of these young people and even established artists, I think that for a lot of us in the industry, we don't really pay attention to the legalities of the work that we do. We just are excited that, oh, money's coming. Let me just append my signature and let the money come anyway. But now when you want to break away or when there's an infringement on your rights, sometimes you're not sure where to go because you didn't involve a legal person in the first place. And it's something that a lot of us should really pay attention to because it's killing a lot of brands.
Yeah,
it really
I do
is.
agree.
Yeah.
I do agree. And especially when now social media has come in, and sometimes you tend to exert your economic rights based on the following, etc., that you have. You make sure that whatever it is that you're into is well put into paper, and that also put into perspective what you or can be accruing to you either now or in the future. Because you go to section 11, and then also section 12 particularly, it says the rights of the author referred to in section 5 are protected during the life of the author and 70 years after the death of the author unless the contrary is stated. But this is our Copyright Act, and I'm sure many of the acts we have are also within the jurisdiction of common law and also other practices. But because this is outside the jurisdiction, it's in New York, so...
what are they going to work with? Our laws
I think there are general principles in copyright which we have in our Copyright Act 2005 as well. So I mean that speaks for itself. And I think that for us having this discussion also shows how relevant perhaps the industry is taking the ownership of content that is created. Many people are creating content today. Those contents will become relevant tomorrow. If they are relevant tomorrow, who will be the bona fide owners of those rights, and who do they accrue to? So, for example, you have Michael Jackson and some of the big owners. They are not alive today, but they have trustees of their various estates, and then they also tend to have in their employ various legal practitioners who represent them in various countries. And so they tend to assert their rights as far as infringements are concerned. And so we have to know that, well, perhaps the industry is just beyond just music and producing movies. And
it's a business.
Yes, a business.
It's a business.
Others treat it like a business.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure Drake and his people have kill a cut without, because they give notice. But the thing is that there was no approval
prior
so
you cannot
usage.
go ahead and release it.
And there are cases
so
like
wrong.
that. Yes, they are.
I'm wondering why they thought it was okay to still go ahead, because I don't think they'll do
this is
that.
Africa, man.
But you don't.
The man is
down
in downtown Africa.
Well, that's why we're thinking they should even pay like $50 million. Charlie, so that we can all get a cut.
Why are you inflating the money?
Listen, we have all signed though. We want a cut. 1 million each.
Kill a cut.
So Obrafour can take his 10 million, then the rest of us will share 1. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.